Hey guys, Garrett here with the Carbon Edge Commentators. Today with the Sprint Run Benchmade 810 1401. So this is a Contigo with lovely M390. Now M390 is my favorite steel, so I've been looking for an excuse to get an 810 for a while, and when I heard the announcement of this, I was all over it. I believe this is a KnifeWorks exclusive, and it is an unlimited sprint run for 2014. So, if you like M390, you like the blade shape of the Osborne design, the reverse Tonto, and you want a pretty big knife, I would definitely jump on this sprint run, because to me, M390 is the best steel. Well, depending on the heat treat. Anyway, the heat treat here is between 60 and 62 HRC, and the blade length is 3.98 inches, so it's pushing the legal limit in a lot of places. It has an overall length of 9.28 inches. It is a hefty beast. So let's get the caliper out here. Look at the thickness. We have a blade thickness of 0.157. We have a handle thickness of 0.545, let's say. And we have a handle length. It's probably a better way to do this. Of over 4.8 inches. I'd say around 5. It's too big for the caliper. Need a ruler. Anyway, I've been carrying this for a few days. I just got it. It just became available. And I really liked it. I've never had an 810 or really handled one, so I can't speak to its comparison to that. But I will say, it is a beast. Here is just a regular Benchmade 940, an S30V. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger, quite a bit wider, quite a bit thicker, and the blade length is quite a bit more. So, if you like a beast in your pocket, definitely go for one of these. So, as for the handle, there is no glass breaker on these, on this sprint run, which I was a little surprised of. Why not throw it on there? But on a good note, the jimping is big and it really works. You have nice jimping where the thumb goes here, here in the where your index and middle finger lie, and here where your back fingers go. So to hold, obviously you wouldn't want to do a lot of chopping with this. It's not what it's meant for. Well, it's such a beast, maybe it is. But it wouldn't be very comfortable to hold because it's so grippy, but it definitely is easy to hold when it's wet, when it's a little greasy, if you have gloves on. Definitely a good knife if you're working with your hands in some gloves. Anyway, it is big. You can definitely feel it in your pocket, and it only has a tip-up reversible carry, no tip down here. But sometimes that's the price you pay for the axis lock, which, in my opinion, is worth it because I'm not a huge fan of tip down. Anyway, the blade finish is satin, and it is manual, of course. And I haven't been a huge fan of the reverse Tonto. In fact, I picked up the 940 because it's just so popular. It's just something you gotta have in your collection, or at least handle. And it is very smooth, but I understand the appeal. It's just the aesthetics a little different than my taste. Anyway, the 810 1401 deploys very well. It came just shaving sharp, so sharp out of the box. But I was a little disappointed with the fit and finish. As I said, I don't have an 810, so I can't speak to the fit and finish of that, but compared to the 940, it's a little lacking. As you can see here, the grind for the swedge comes across, and it's not perpendicular, this where the grind ends right here. And the grinds for the edge aren't symmetrical either, which is kind of a bummer. However, the scales are put together very nicely. The machining on the grip here is very nice. cut myself a little bit. Like I said, it is very, very sharp, and hopefully it will stay sharp because of that lovely M390. Anyhow, since it's only about $10 more than the regular Contigo, that's another huge plus. I would really, like I said, if you've needed a reason, if you have about $200 lying around, I would definitely spring for one of these just because of the steel alone. And I think you'll find the prices of Benchmades going up and up. However, another unfortunate thing is it did come slightly off center, the blade. As you can see, there's less space here than there is on this side, even though it almost looks exactly centered right here. But trust me, it is a little off, and I've spent some time messing with the scales, with paper in here to reset the alignment, but to no avail. I think I might have to either send it back in or get used to it. So, sum things all up, it is quite the beast. You throw in a mini Griptilian, it just is dwarfed. I mean, look at that. Humongous. Definitely a hard use knife if you want to spend that much on a hard use knife. I think it could take it. Just for fun, I'll throw in a zero tolerance 0551. It has similar dimensions, but because of the way the blade shape is, this curves down, this is more straight. This looks a little bit smaller, but I think in the pocket they feel about the same. You can find my review on this bad boy online on YouTube. But yeah, and just for fun, my favorite 732. It doesn't look a whole lot bigger than that, but trust me, it feels quite a bit bigger. Although, speaking of that, it does come with a deep pocket clip, which is nice. So, if you're not hugely turned off by a so-so fit and finish, for $200 I would expect a little bit more, and you love M390 like I do, I would suggest picking one of these up. If you're really into fit and finish, maybe you'll get lucky, or maybe you just want to pass on these altogether. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.